What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Bianconerizonechannel for another daily news video where we're gonna talk about some big news, as you have seen, read on the thumbnail, title, social media, and it's not Rabiot scoring, who just scored while I'm recording, but it comes into play because I was gonna talk about Rabiot. But the big news is Savic, as you can see. Before we get into it, please like the video, subscribe to the channel as always, and hit that bell notification. So the big news is coming from Alfredo Pedula. Now, many might say that's not a good source. I tend to agree. Um, Last summer he did much better in terms of getting the news out there, sticking to his guns, not backtracking as he did in previous years, in my opinion. Uh, for example, the Pogba one, the Di Maria one, he pushed that along the way, and he comes with some major news on Milinkovic-Savic. You might say, again, in terms of this is happening, it's like the Pogba before he came back. Like, he's joining every summer. We were linked to Pogba. He never joined up to this summer, basically. But the news is Savic has set a deal with Juve, 6 million euros a season, plus bonus for next summer. He would sign a renewal out of gratitude, respect with Lazio, only if there is a clause of 40, maximum 50 million euros. It's up to Lotito now, who wants at least 70 mil. Now, uh, so many questions. That we agreed a deal with him, I am I'm not surprised because we want Milinkovic-Savic for I'm gonna say a good 4 or 5 years now, or 4 years at least. Tuto Sport came out with news a few days ago that we agreed terms with him in the summer. Then we moved a different direction, blah blah blah, all those things. But it's not a secret that we absolutely love. And Rabiot has an assist while I'm recording. Unbelievable. And I'm gonna talk about Rabiot because he he comes into this picture again. Let me see. Let me see if it's Rabiot. It's Rabiot. He has an assist and a goal while I'm recording. So amazing, just unbelievable. Yeah, it's Rabiot. He has an assist for Giroud. It comes into play because Savic, like you can see, it's a big investment. It's a big investment. You're only going to make if you know you have some free money to play with in terms of wages. Um, Now, 40 to 50 mil, out of respect, I think Lotito will have a good laugh about that. You know, he is a hard businessman. If he knows Juve is behind it, or general, like any other team is behind this, uh, he's not gonna accept that. Like me as an owner, I'm not gonna accept that. Out of respect, good. Out of respect, I will let you move in the summer, but I will set the price, not you in January. Like that's not what we are going to do. Because if you go to Lotito and say I want a clause, you're basically saying I'm out of here. I want the price set now. Usually the club sets the price. So I think Lotito will have a good laugh and will be pissed after that good laugh. He will be pissed off and he will set the price in January. So I don't believe that clause thing. They can propose that. Lotito will not buy it, in my opinion. He will aim for that 70 mil. Like, he's one of those owners who doesn't care if he's going to leave on free. Like, he actually doesn't. If it's for Juve, he is one of those guys like De Laurentiis. You might hate it as a fan, opponent fan. Some might love it. But I do believe he's going to stick with his guns. I do believe we want Milinkovic-Savic. And I want to talk about Rabiot, who is in crazy form, his best form ever since he joined. And funny enough, it comes when, he's a free agent. I think it's pretty clear that he's going to leave. He's not going to stay. He's on 7 mil. He's a free agent. He will get more, in my opinion, from the Premier League. Excuse me for my voice. I'm sick. But he will get more from the Premier League. So I think he's gone. I think the club will offer him a new deal that's worth 7 mil. And that's it. And he's not going to accept that. His mom will be like, no. He was asking for more money to go to Man U this summer when he was not even a free agent. So imagine what he's going to ask for, his mom, when he's a free agent. So that's that. So I think Rabiot is gone. He's playing well. he hasn't played well ever since he joined. I do like Rabiot. I stuck with him for a long time, but he's only performing now, basically. Like last year or the previous years, he had some moments, stretch a few games, but like down the line, an entire season, it was not good enough. So I do believe he's out, and I do believe Savic is the goal in terms of we are really going to try to get Savic to be that big hitter on that midfield, especially when you can see news as we want to bring Paredes. We want to move on Paredes. Rovella is coming back. Ranocchia, I'm not sure, but Fagioli, Miretti are showing they can play in that midfield. So I do believe that's the direction we're going into. That's what I believe. Um, will it happen? I'm not sure, but Savic, I think he's a fantastic player. I think he can be a top player for at least another 4 or 5 years easily. He's at his peak. Like this is the age where he's gonna peak. He should peak. He's a midfielder. He should be playing on for a long time. Injury record looks clean again. If he comes to us, you never know. But he's a fantastic player. Goals, assists. He's dominant. He knows the Serie A. He will fit in that team as a glove. He will take us to another level. And I think if you add a Milinkovic-Savic with a Locatelli, a Pogba, if he can stay fit, you have Miretti, Fagioli, who are aging in terms of getting experience. Ravella coming back. I think you're building something very good. Very, very good in my opinion. Because I think we need some ready-made players in that midfield if Pogba's not there. Because Rabiot has experience. You need some sort of experience. And Savic, he has that in my opinion. But I don't know if it's going to happen. It's just hope at this point. It's very early, but there are more and more links. Like the feeling is that we will go for him. Again, we thought that in the past, and then he signed a new deal with Lazio. But if he wants to make a move, it's now or never. If he signs that deal with Lazio, I don't say he's stuck because it's his decision. That means he wants to stay with Lazio. But if he signs a new deal, he's not gonna get a move anytime soon because nobody's gonna pay what Tito's gonna ask at his age. It's not gonna happen. So it's his time if he wants that move. If he doesn't want to move, that's up to him. But if it's not, it's now or never, in my opinion. Talking about midfield and Rabiot and Savic, there's also some Locatelli news coming out today. Excuse me, let me bring that up. Saying Juve plan to lock down Locatelli until 27. The bianconeri will sign the player out from Sassuolo in the spring, then extend his contract. I'm okay with that. It also said that they want to keep the wages the same. I think it's at 3 million euros, something like that, 2.8 plus bonus. I'm okay with that. I still want to see more from Locatelli. He needs to show more. Ever since he joined, he had some good moments. He had some bad moments. He can do much better, and he should be doing much better, in my opinion. Like, he has games where you're like, wow. And then he has games where you're like, oh, where is he? So he needs to find a balance, in my opinion, with, having consistency. A bit like Rabiot was doing now. It took him 4 years, almost 4 years, but he's showing consistency. I need that from Locatelli because he has the potential, but it cannot go up and down like ever since he joined, in my opinion. I know people like to protect him. He's a Juve fan, all those things. That's nice. But when I see his top of the game, I'm like, wow. And then the next week, I'm looking at it and I'm like, you need to do more. Like, you need to not drag this team on your back. He's not that type of player, but you need to add more. You need to find the balance. But 27, it's good. Like I said, Pogba, if he can stay fit, Locatelli, I like Minetti, I like Fagioli. You bring Rovella back, who I like, and then you add, if it's possible, someone like Milinkovic-Savic. I think that's a very good base to work on, in my opinion. Keeping in mind, you still need to, address different areas. There was also some news about Parisi. I love the kid. 50 mil. I think that's a no-brainer. You do it for 50 mil. You do it. I think it's a very low-risk deal, 50 mil. In my opinion, there was also some news on Scalvini. Atalanta wanting 30 mil. Rugani is out of the door. Bonucci looks like it's done. My opinion. Maybe he wants to have a different experience, like a Chiellini. Who knows? So I do think we are in for a defender in the summer. There was Ndika from Frankfurt. I'm not sure we should be going for that type of player because we need to start alongside Bremer. I like him, but I do not like him to the amount where I'm like, okay, he can be the starter for the next 5-6 years. So let's see how that will develop. There was again some news about the goalkeeping, same things. But the main point today was midfield with Savic, Locatelli signing an extension, and what's gonna happen with Rabiot. That's the news. But that's it for today. Let me know in the comments what you think about that midfield options, possibilities, whatever you want to call it. And like the video, subscribe to the channel as always, hit that bell notification, and we will see you back tomorrow. Ciao, guys.